So guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, this time you have again the same situation here. I made already a video. It was without sound. That's Mageia 10 on a different computer, also NVIDIA graphic card, and all honor restored. Because as you can see, look at that. No problems whatsoever. I hope I didn't make you too dizzy. If you go in settings, into output, you can see I'm using the NVEnc H264. That means it's NVIDIA is installed. We can see that here too. There's the NVIDIA settings. There it is. And the way I install it here on Mageia, I did it with the other before, but the other had something with a driver installed. You go into hardware, set up your graphical server. Look at that. So I've got something called Pascal. The other one was called Amadomi, whatever. And that gave me trouble. So this driver works fine with the graphic card I have. And so I'm pretty okay with what I got. Browse configure data. So let's see what we have on graphic card. See, it's a GTX 1050 Ti, while the other one was an RTX 3070. More powerful, different driver, and rubbish, of course, the driver. So if you have a black screen, wobbly windows, delays and everything, that's graphic drivers. And processor, you can see I don't have much. I have only 6 cores. So, and I think 12 GB RAM. Do I? Where's my RAM? Here's my RAM. So, RAM we have, 8 only, 8 GB. That's all we have. That is that. So, what makes Mageia special? Usually everything just works. I got very good experience with Mageia 5. I think 6 had gave me trouble, or 7. One of those gave me trouble. And then I started distro hopping, and at 9 I came back to Mageia 9 on my laptop. That was very nice too. Worked very smooth. I'm surprised to see that 10 works actually this smooth. It's very, very nice. And then you can see here the virtual box, and why I'm showing you the virtual box. Everybody has a virtual box. Not really, look at that. If you go in about, virtual box, blah, 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 Mageia 7.2.8, Mageia R173730. What does that mean? What that means is they have an extra version. So if I go into the software thing, doink, then I'll show you what they have done. And I must say, respect Mageia, respect. Because when you install VirtualBox, they install the VirtualBox modules, and if you want to install Word Manager, you have nothing then trouble. And after that, usually nothing wants to work anymore. But you have unloaded the modules and you have to reload them, and it will not work. It's a nightmare. Oi. Did I write this wrong? Virtual. Ah, yeah. The U was missing, I guess. There it is. Look what they got. Let me make it a tiny bit longer. VirtualBox -KVM. That seems to be the one I've installed. What does that mean? VirtualBox KVM, a general purpose, blah, blah. Okay. It's general purpose, blah, blah. This version includes VirtualBox bundled with KVM backend, utilizing Linux KVM as underlying hypervisor. This allows VirtualBox to run alongside with QEMU and KVM. So you can install here Word Manager and you have no collision because there are no VirtualBox modules installed. Because if you install on this VirtualBox and you install Word Manager, it complains that there are these modules installed on a kernel and you have nothing then hassle. This, I'm definitely installing Word Manager too, just to play around. I love it. I mean, thank you so much, Mageia. Very well done. See, Mageia, as I said first, I mean, they know that politics in Linux or BSD is oxymoron. They don't even talk about politics. They just make, like it always has been, people working for people. No nationality, no skin color, no countries, nothing. These are humans working for humans. Duran, and they made something really special here. So, that's pretty nice. Let me see if I still have sound, because the other one had no sound. And no sound, that takes my thunder away, which is very annoying. So, let's see. I got this one. Oh, that's too little. Tiny bit more. There we go again. No trouble with Nextcloud firing up, logging in. No trouble at this. I installed GTK Redshift. Yeah, here it is. And it has geodata, so information already. It's okay. Can live with that. These are my up images, because I have my little Nextcloud here. It's in data, NCIP, Nextcloud IP, that's how I call that thing, up images, and here you can see I've got my Borg meet, I didn't install that yet. Firefox ESR, that's this one, you can see I've got my own icon. Brave I installed with curl, right, like this. I've got Waterfox, I didn't install that yet. Lossless cut, this is very nice. VeraCrypt, that is this one, you can see I've got my own icon. And the way I did it, usually go in here, and you paid item, add item, launcher, click, here it is. Then you go in, and you go in properties, then you go in this thing, and what do we use? Let's say lossless cut. Lossless cut. So, then I go command, I go into my data, or NCIP, then I go in my up images, and then I try to find it, lossless cut, here it is, then I click open, I've got no icon, I don't think they have one here, nope, then I go on top, then I go in image files, I go back into my NCIP, I go to my up images, here are icons, where's lossless cut, here it is, looks like this, then I click on it, like there it is, lossless cut, create, there it is, and then I click this away. Lossless cut, I don't know if I have set this, you have to go in properties permission, yes I did set it to allow this file to run. So and if I move this now over, let's say I move it over, behind here, then I click on it, and there it is. Yeah, there it is. So that's lossless cut. That's how you add things on here when you have up images. Why do you have up images? As we know, all the regimes, governments, they don't want crooked people to have certain tools, and they don't know how to make it, so they will block everything for everybody, right? Yeah, so it's not that we want to encrypt things and hide it from them, you know, like with Cryptomat and VeraCrypt. We just want to protect ourselves from data brokers and identity theft. That's why we just can't upload anything for age verification or anything else, because there are 3 billion reasons ID Merit got hacked, and they have had 3 billion, not million, billion accounts hacked. There was 230 million in the US, that means every adult, and in France 30 million, so that's almost 3/4 of France too. So we can't do it. I would love to do it, but we just can't do it. So that is that. So yeah, that's how I add my little things here. What else? What do I wanted to show? Yeah, so back here, what we can do, they don't have picker backup, but I can go here, for example, and flat hub, and I can say picker backup. Picker, that's good enough. Here it is. There it is. So we can install picker backup here. Flat hubs. Since we have flat hubs, we can do something. Once they write it in Rust, they're toast. You can throw them away. They will not work anymore properly. So we have to watch the destruction of Linux, sadly. But as I said, Mageia seems to be far off of it. I do not think that they do Rust rewrites into their thing, because they're a small group of brilliant people doing a good service to humanity. I'm very glad they do what they're doing. I enjoy their work. And they don't have all the manpower and money to waste to rewrite things into rubbish for the trash can. So I'm glad they do what they're doing. So you can install picker backup, right? And picker backup, you can get water from here. But it's like here is water. But I like picker backup because you can create Borg backup repositories on SMBs from picker backup. So you don't have to mount everything. So if I go here, water is definitely there. Ah, there it is. Oh, I installed it already. Water. There it is. Put it to favorites. Then I go favorites, water, doink. And there's water. Nice program. I got it on my servers. That I run tons of updates with these things. I have a few videos like that too. I might make a new one here for Rumble too. This is usually runs everything on Rumble and YouTube. YouTube should have sent all my videos over to Rumble, and of course they didn't. Surprise. So I select some to move them over. Rumble, I've got 0 followers so far. It's not a big deal. This is not a money-making thing, even though you will find my crypto addresses in the description. So if you want to donate something and you want to get rid of something, just drop it at me. You know, for you it might be 10 pennies, and when 10 people drop 10 pennies, I have $1. And then buy a hard drive because everything gets expensive. No, it's okay. You don't have to donate anything. I don't want any advertisement here. This channel is so for entertainment purpose only, right? And some fixes, some ideas, some introductions, lots of entertainment, and that you can relax and switch off and have a nice day. See, here it is, water. I like water a lot. I wish water would have the option that you can say SMB. Yeah, new one, look, you don't have SMB. You can go SSH, but not SMB. And you see, if you have an @ sign in your password, you're not going to get your password in, because yeah, or in your username. This is not working. So trust me, I know. You can SSH too, but if you have a Synology, I've got two, a DJ, yeah, and a J, which is absolutely weak, an ARM processor, and the DS218 Plus, which is an Intel but very weak too. And Synology, in their infinite wisdom, you can only log in as a administrator, SSHing, and I tried. I couldn't make it. It's the same with Unraid, you know, and their infinite wisdom is the same. You can only SSH in as root, and SSH it works, but I can't get through with pickup. I don't know. It's just not working. It doesn't matter much, because usually I mount my stuff. So on my servers it's all mounted, so I've got no trouble there. So that's not a big deal. And on my computers, I would say I would just use Picker backup. Also, I have my VirtualBox, my Nextcloud running. So that backs up lots of stuff on the server, and the server gets backed up on a different server. So it's 3-to-1, right backup, no mercy. And it's doing pretty good. And I love it. It's pretty nice, pretty neat. Import bookmarks now. No, I think Firefox doesn't have it. Did I put something in? Most likely not. No, not neither. So let's click that away. Then we go to bookmarks HTML. Choose, and as I have these there, I see I've got my Nextcloud here. I've got something like, is it on backups? No. NCRP again, new PC, bookmarks, which is the latest here, 5th of July, but I go for the Brave thing. LibreWolf, local. Okay, well, this is the latest. I'll take that one then. Yep, here we go. There it is. And now I can go into my app image, Firefox, and say import bookmarks. That should ask me, Brave, yes, there we go, boom, boom, all done. Now they're all good. Alrighty, that is that. So going back, so thanks to these Flare tabs, we are now very flexible to get things which we usually maybe not can't get here. Like if I would like to run my Synology nodes, there are my Synology nodes. I could install Drive, but it's double trouble, right? Because I've got Synology Drive, I've got Nextcloud Drive, and because I did server hopping, I got duplications. Oh, holy moly! And I'm cleaning it up in a moment. And as you can see, Firewall, OpenSense, of course, absolutely recommendable, absolutely great, very, very nice. So, having all said this, I would say Honor totally restored to Mageia 10. I like what they made here, but I'm usually the nature guy. I like to see this when I sit on my computer, or something like this. That's my main picture in the moment. That was my picture for a long time, and I still love it. And now I've got this. I like that too. A little chemtrail here, but well, and I've got something like this. I like nature. So if I sit already on my computer, I don't want to see. I mean, this is nice, but you have these AI abstract smear on the screen. I don't want that. That comes with all the AI stuff, because they want to desensitize you, that you can't see anymore what's AI and what isn't. So I stay for nature. This is very nice because it doesn't blind you so much. This doesn't either because the sun is not there. Here not either. So they are very easy on your eyes. I love these pictures. I like those. But I like this too, so I keep it here. Alright. Having said this, give it a try it out. Yes, and I'm a right clicker, but if you see, if I right click, I can go application, and here's my file manager. So it works. Yeah, I've got not the menu the way I wanted, but I have a workable right click menu. Thank you very much, Mageia. I must say, very nice. Love it. Yeah, web browser. I would like to have the web browser here, but well, I have to figure out how to get my open box running here. I did this once. I did this on Linux Lite, I think, and you would have stoned me if you would have seen what I did. I had a pitch black, tiny, totally rotten open box menu. That's why you can't get a distro from me. I don't have one. You would be happy that I don't give you a distro, because it would be very, very ugly. So I got this running. What I love on Mageia, I do not think that they put your ROS rewrites in. They're very carefully, in my opinion, what they're doing. All their stuff is working. They don't change because there's a date set. They change when it's necessary. And when it's ready, then they're rolling it out. And that makes them pretty stable. I heard Linux Mint does the same now, because I think these are precautions from Linux Mint, because they know that Ubuntu is destroying right now their base, as well as Debian doing. Yeah, they kicked all these developers out because they're wide and straight, and holy moly, this cannot be right. So now you have vibe coders here. Holy moly. Yeah, I've got no clue, but can I program? Of course, come on in. Just use Rust, it will be fine. What does the same Rust tell you? Yeah, it's Rust. So don't get it. Well, it's a Trojan horse. It's on purpose. The Babylon system is running down Linux like crazy because it's an operating system which keeps you free. Very hard to control. Very hard to get their foot in. That's why, of course, you have systemd, Wayland, and Rust. And that's a very bad combination. So, but that is it, guys. I think I did mid almost. I'm faster now by 10 minutes because I talked more on the other video without sound. That was very, very sad. And I will upload this video, as of course, on YouTube, and I will upload it on Rumble. I think I go to Odyssey too. Yeah, YouTube, I'm long time there. I had a break of 6 years from 2020, right? And I think now it's time to start again. Help people, make them aware, introduce things, try them out, play around, and do things now while you still everything get. Set your system up the way you want it. Make sure you have your up images from stuff you want to install. Even maybe if you just want to install something when you don't have internet access anymore. Up images, you can just transfer them, they'll run. Yeah, right click, permission, execute, yes, works. Alright, that is that. Sadly, I have no water up image. I would love to have one, but okie dokie. So this is it. I definitely forgot something what I did in the other video. I run a little bit through how I do things like here. I pointed out, because this is so nice. I'm really glad they did this. Let's say I can't remember. I haven't seen a VirtualBox KVM from anybody else. So this is pretty neat, and I'm definitely installing Word Manager here then too, and see how that goes. Just because I'm curious, right? And look, no trouble anymore. So pretty neat, pretty nice. I mean, I must say it runs on CPU higher here. You can see that, right? So this is not a powerful computer. And the CPU is an i5 old, like the graphic card, the 1050 Ti. So this is old stuff. But this is what I got, and it works. And I only wanted to try this out, Mageia 10 here, to see if that wobble goes away. But you have seen, I install everything for a computer I want to run as a daily driver. Because if I just fire up an ISO file in a VirtualBox and tell you how great it is, that might not be your experience anymore when you put it on hardware. You have to try things out, and that means it has to go on hardware. You have to have a real graphic card and stuff like that, and then you can see what it does. And it does well. I also wanted to try out here GhostBeast D26. I'm very confident it will just run fine, but I can't, because now I got Mageia 10 on. It stays. Yeah, I'm a distro hopper, but I don't want to change now. I just installed it. I want to try it out, run it, do all my things. Yeah, HP lib it was installed here, so you can very easily install your HP printer. It was already there. You can just open it up and add your printer, and fine, everything is fine. I do not use, I think I showed that, yeah. I'm not in the sudo. I don't want to be in the sudo. So I go like this, and then I think I showed you that. Because this, I don't know, I might be a little bit confused because I recorded that before. Here my data, that is a folder, and it's mounting in a 1 terabyte hard drive. And so I went with Nano ATC fstub, and I added the UUID because I formatted here with gparted. I mounted it in home, my username Dirk, and data the folder, and then space extended force what I used, space default space 0 space 0. And then when you got this done, you have to system reload, which looks like this, right? Then you have to mount. And then you will see that you can't write in your folder, and then you just gmod it. Where is it? Gmod. Where is it? Ah, yeah. Then you just gmod this capital R space 777 space, the folder path, and then you click. Do it like this, and it's good. And then you can read and write and create folders like this here, like crazy, right? Before you couldn't. All right, that is that. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I should upload the picker video I have or over SMBs. I think I'll just do that. And I will pick some of the YouTube videos to put them on Rumble too, because I think they're pretty useful. And we'll just do it like this, so I don't have to redo. Because I have so many other projects I want to do, and I'm just on it. By the way, I did not know if I mentioned it. If somebody's still here at 21 minutes, if you want to donate, you don't have to. But if you do donate, I've got tons of crypto addresses in the subscription. In the description. So, yeah, if you want to donate something, just throw it at me. If something's missing, let me know. And I'll add it on. Right? Okay, this is it, guys. Because, yeah, I don't want to get rich through the channel. Would be nice, but I don't think this is going to work. What I do not want is advertising. I don't want your time wasted. Or just imagine you're sitting and say, oh yeah, that Linux makes a video introducing this and this, let's say Lily Dog or something else, distro. And you sit there with your nice cup of coffee, have a biscuit, and then you have to see people going non-stop to the loo. Yeah, and I don't even know that you have to advertise for toilet paper. I thought that would be a thing you actually need, but, well, what do I know, right? Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good day. See you next time. Bye-bye.